Listen, two things that are going to change your life. Two things that are going to change your life. In this video, I'm going to show you and I'm going to talk to you about two things that changed everything about my life, going from someone that got out of the military and went right back to construction in a skid steer, learning how to weld, and how I live my life like I do now. Just got out of boxing, private boxing lessons, headed to the house. I have one of my company meetings here on a Zoom call here in about an hour. So these two things that is massively impactful for your future are super important for you to understand, and that's why we're going to dive in deep. There's many a times in my journey that I waited on the sidelines, and I would wait for the right time, or I knew what the right thing to do was, and I just didn't take action. I had fear, I had doubts. A lot of times those fears and doubts were doubts that I had about me being successful at something, right? If it was a coaching program, or if it was buying a piece of property or something along those lines, it was my fear wasn't necessarily about if it would work, because I knew it worked for other people. It was whether or not it would work for me, right? It was whether or not it would work for me, and if I was going to be the person that's capable of doing the same thing that they did. And so I'd have those doubts, those fears, and I would procrastinate. It would paralyze me. I would wait. And then I would end up doing it because I would just sack up and just put the money on the line later. And it's crazy because I'd end up doing it later. And I was like, damn, I should have done that earlier. I should have done that earlier. I should have done that earlier. And it always feels like that when you push through that barrier of comfort, this isn't going to feel good. You know, I just talked about coming from boxing lessons, and I want you guys to know I've never done boxing. I've done Muay Thai, I've done jiu-jitsu, I've lifted weights. I've never boxed like American boxing. And probably because, going back to it now, like I'm 37 now, about to be 38. And when you go to a gym, it's intimidating, you know, even for anybody right at the beginning, especially at MMA gym or a boxing gym. But where I'm at in life now, it's not intimidating at all, because I'm like, I know I don't know anything, and that's cool, and I want to learn, and I'm not trying to go get beat up or go to do some pro fights or anything like that, but it's intimidating at first for most people. It's not anymore to me at all because of the things that I've done and the two lessons that I'm going to talk about here. And so when I've waited, and and even though I knew I was called to it, right? Like I'm called to it by my internal dialogue, by my heart, by my subconscious mind. Like I feel like I need to do this, whether it was moving to San Diego, whether it was joining the Marine Corps, whether it was starting a business, whatever it was, like big impactful things that really set my trajectory for my life and my experiences. You hesitate. Hesitation's a good word, and it's something that I did learn in the Marine Corps that saved me a lot of times, but I still started to get back into those bad habits and those bad routines of hesitating and waiting and procrastinating and feeling like I needed more technical information. Like I needed more. I just need a little more information. I need to read one more book. I need to listen to one more podcast. I need some more validation. And those things come from fear. And what I realized when I dove deep was those fears weren't necessarily about me failing, because I knew throughout my history now, over the past 20 plus years of getting out of the high school and doing all those things and owning businesses, being successful, making mistakes, getting out of the Marine Corps, all these things, that it wasn't really my fear of failure. It was my fear of failing in front of other people, or my social circle, or that putting yourself on camera, right? It was like that one guy from high school is going to say something, or my mom's going to say something, or my dad, or somebody that's important. Like when you see yourself on camera, you're like, oh, I shouldn't say that because I know that they're not going to like that. And so you start to hold back. You start to get reserved. You start to not post. You start to not do the things you need to do. And so the real fear comes in and it's controlling. It's like, it's also what happens is when you guys find comfort, right? Like maybe you've been successful at your life. Maybe you've done some things that have changed your life, and you've gotten yourself to a position that you never thought you'd get yourself in. You have this job now, you have this 3-bedroom house, you have a beautiful wife, you have cars, you have family, and you're like, it should be really hard to take a step back. So really betting on myself to do more is going to be super painful, you know, and that's what keeps you from making the switch, because growth is never comfortable. It's never comfortable, right? My shoulder's freaking hurt right now because I'm used to doing more bodybuilder style stuff, and I haven't done cardio in a while, but I'm sweating my ass off. My shoulders hurt, and it feels good because when you're done with it, you feel very rewarded, right? And so whether you're waiting on somebody to tap you on the shoulder, or you know in your heart, I know everybody watching this video that you know in your heart what you really wanted to do. And if you don't, then you have to get some clarity on that. So 2 things. 1, gain clarity on really what you want again. Gain yourself back, gain your soul back, stop listening to what mommy and daddy said about college or whatever somebody else has told you, or your boss, or the things you have to do. Like, really, what do you want? You, the person watching this video, what do you want? And what success, what life do you want? Right? And is it really worth you trading and only going halfway and half-assing it and keeping the 3-bed, the family, the perfect dynamic? Is it really worth it at the end of the day if we're all going to die? Shouldn't you have bet more on the line? Most people regret not doing more. They don't ever regret, oh man, I shouldn't have done that. No, because they work through it while they go through it, right? They figure it out. You guys are going to solve your problems, and I have faith in you. Especially if you're smart, you got your head on you correctly, you've already got a good life for yourself. You're going to solve your problems when they come up, but you just got to give them a chance to come up and stop making them up in your head. So clarity. And number 2 is action. Take action. Take action. I'll tell you one thing that's good about a cold plunge. I don't care anything about the health benefits, but the best thing that a cold plunge is for, and what I like to do, is I like to jump into it as fast as possible. Right? So if a cold plunge is there, a cold water, a river, your pool in the wintertime, whatever it is, hesitation, you're training your brain. It's not about the freaking, oh, my muscles are getting better or blah, 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 blah. No, it's psychological. What you're doing is you're training your brain to take action when you say take action, not because you're thinking about like, ooh, it's going to be cold. I don't know if I'm ready for this. What if I, I just don't want to, because you're looking to avoid the discomfort of the situation. So a cold plunge, in my opinion, comment below if you agree or if you learned something from this video, but is about training your brain to take action when you say to take action. When you say to take action. So number 1, clarity. 2, take action, and start sharpening that skill. If you told your friend that you were going to go on a trip with them, book the ticket now. If you feel the emotion to call your mom because you're like, man, I really should call her, I haven't talked to her in a while, call her right now. If you feel the emotion to text your kid, if they have a phone or something like that when they're older, please don't give your kids phones if they're younger, but text them and tell them, right? Tell them you love them. Tell them how you feel and connect with those people. Do the things that you know you should be doing and start training your brain to take action immediately, right? It's something that's a lesson that I learned so well in the Marine Corps, because if you hesitate in certain situations, in combat situations, you fall back. What happens is when shit hits the fan, you fall back to your training, is what they always say, right? You fall back to the lowest level of training. You fall back to these things that you're programmed to do. But if you're programmed to take action immediately, guess what? Your life is going to look totally different. And you're going to solve these problems. Guys, I can't reassure you enough that it's going to be fine. You're going to solve these problems. If you sell your home and you decide to move across the country, you're going to figure it out. My wife and I did this, right? We've taken on business things. We've taken on debt by buying real estate. We've figured it out. And has it been stressful in some capacity? Absolutely. But what does stress provide? Stress provides clarity on you. And why am I stressed out? What am I dealing with? And you get better. You get better at handling that stress, right? So 1, clarity. 2, take action. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. It always helps. Subscribe to the channel if you've never seen me. I'm Austin Hancock, Marine Corps veteran, multi-millionaire in real estate. I own lots of assets. I'm continuing to grow, and I want you guys to watch my journey. Live here in beautiful Southern California. And at one point, when I got out of the Marine Corps, all I was doing was digging ditches, operating a skid steer, and I have changed my entire life, and I want to see you guys change yours. Even if you're already doing well, you're already making good money, quit being scared, quit not risking it, because at the end of the day, you're gonna regret it.